Ah, yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your early morning, late out of date, raw review. Very tired, and not gonna lie, this show really made me tired. We're back to the typical Raw, okay? If you want to know which was the actual debut episode, or the true debut episode, or what we're gonna get with Monday Night Raw, this was the true debut episode, okay? This was your typical Monday Night Raw that we usually will get on the USA Network in recent years. This show just felt the same way. Ugh. It feels like the same show we have been getting. Okay? Oh, sure, we got a street fight. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, a street fight. Whatever. Okay, we got a street fight. And they kind of messed it up of how they went along with it. Okay? If anything, that's not how you do a street fight. Or, what they did not make much sense. In a psychological sense, you know? And again, debuting a wrestler who no one really knows besides Smarks, and we're supposed to care about the person, and yet goes on to have a competitive match with one of the wrestlers, basically somewhat ruining the idea and the mystique of this new wrestler in the company. I don't know. Grab your Coca-Colas, drinking magnificently, Spider-Man bitches go oh shit, which this show won't get you to do because like people, because okay, last week Monday Night Raw, you had people that people cared about, at least. Sure, a lot of things did not progress in terms of making people want to care for the show, but at least the show last week had more star power, and it actually it felt more grandeur than a typical Monday Night Raw. You know what I mean? This Monday Night Raw felt like a typical Raw that we've been getting, the boring fucking shitty Raws we've been getting. And it's like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, really, come on here. Oh, God. Cheers, motherfuckers. So this Raw, by the way, was only 2 hours and like 30 minutes. This Raw actually ended under 3 hours. And I was actually happy about that. And I'm sure some people were happy about that too. Unless you're a weirdo that wanted this show to go longer. People were actually happy that this show ended under 3 hours. And that's not a good thing, by the way, folks. When you're happy that the show is ending. When someone is happy the show is ending, what does that freaking tell you? What does that fucking tell you? Maybe actually make the fucking show good? That I don't want the show to end. But no, I wanted the show to end because I was fucking tired. I was legit tired. Like I wanted to fall asleep. I was so tired from watching this shit. Because it's just like not anything was happening. I don't know. We're gonna talk about it. Anyways, let's move on to freaking Monday Night Raw. The show started with obviously a recap. We got a recap from the show of last week. That's how also SmackDown started, which I forgot to mention with my SmackDown review. Started recap for last week's big debut on Netflix, okay? Whatever. So that happened. trying to get the results. Hold on a second. So yeah, that's how the show started. But then eventually we see CM Punk. He's riding into the show. Like, so much for being on time. I'll get it. Like, he's so lucky he made it on time with his car. Whatever. So much for professionalism. I don't know. He comes out. He said, "Before I start, my heart goes out. Oh, that does my heart good. Sam Jose, I love listening to you. I'll be real quick. Before we get to business, I need to say something real fast. I want to acknowledge all the firefighters, first responders, the great state of California, and everybody in the surrounding states. They're fighting this natural disaster with the fire. I'm talking about Canada, Mexico, the people. We hear you, we appreciate you." You know, basically referring to the natural disasters that are going on currently in our country. With California, with the wildfires that's going on. Obviously, I feel bad for the innocents of people that are dealing with this. God bless, and obviously rest in peace to the victims of this sad tragedy of the wildfires. Obviously, I hope, you know, if you're in California and obviously the states that are surrounding this whole huge wildfire that's affecting, and apparently it's also affecting Canada. I did not know that, and even Mexico. That's really a darn shame, and hope people will be okay. Can't help to say, but karma's a bitch though, because all these woke libtards, you know, they fucking do stupid shit. They vote for stupid shit. Heck, I mean, I guess, you know, that's the revenge of God giving revenge to freaking for people booing Hulk Hogan in California. Look what happened. So, I know, I'm kidding. I'm only kidding, ladies and gentlemen. But again, it's just a darn shame that freaking people, like, you know, all there's wildfires and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, y'all vote for the wrong people. Y'all want some stupid shit. Y'all want gay shit. Well, I guess God is punishing you. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm if y'all can't take a joke, I don't know. But anyways, but then Punk goes on and says, "Now back to your entertainment portion this evening." Well, okay, what you gonna entertain about? I don't know. Like you're acting like you're some freaking gospel guy, dude. Didn't you like say worse shit? Like, you have a vagina, you homo. And that's the guy who supports trans rights. Whatever. Now back to your entertainment portion of the evening, he says, "Is it good to be alive in Mountain Night, San Jose, or what?" I don't know, whatever. I'm surprised that... So they're still in California, and yet, like, I get it. Like, you know, certain parts of California won't get the fire. We don't know. Well, man, dude, they have to wish that nothing bad happens. But anyways... He says, "Netflix, ladies and gentlemen, soul-crushing pressure. Did you watch last week? Did you watch a straight-edge superstar defeats the Messiah, Seth Rollins? And all I know is everybody has a lot in their brains. CM Punk has a lot in his plate, and one of those things that's no longer in the plate is Seth Rollins. Last year at the Royal Rumble, it was CM Punk's first television match in WWE over a decade, and it didn't go my way. Not only that, my tricep decided to take a vacation, even though I took 10 years off of the company. Separated my tricep from the bone. I didn't know my future held. Didn't win the Rumble. And one of those dreams that caused me to see in the distance. I thought my career was fading away. Those dreams were also scary. And a lot of things I couldn't see. I couldn't see a lot of people. There's a big neon sign lining. It says WrestleMania hanging there in the crowd. But I see it. I make the biggest setback, my biggest comeback. And speaking of comebacks, a man who thinks to say you can't see him, John Cena. I see you. I always have, my friend. And I see that John Cena cleared himself in the Rumble, but in living color. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out here to say that CM Punk 2025, I'm going to throw out 2,900 men on the top of the rope, whether they can see it or not. Even the man who can't see, the cult of personality, play my song as soon as and then basically, his music gets interrupted by Rollins, and he's like, "Oh, why can't Rhea Ripley come out?" So I guess that's desperate for any pussy at all, huh? He doesn't want to see a fucking faggot coming out on TV, so it's like, you know, he's just desperate for any pussy at all. Doesn't want to see an actual pussy, but alright. Oh, Rollins comes out and says, look, I am not happy. I know you're not happy to see me, but I am sure not surprised to see me. I told you last week, win, lose, or draw, I'm going to be standing here in the middle of this ring on Monday night. I am a man of my word. If I wasn't a man of my word, I wouldn't show up at the Times Square hard, and I wouldn't be, in fact, to be you. CM Punk does, but I would still be the winner, right? And then Seth Rollins says, I would rather be the worst version of myself than any version of you. I lost a lot of matches, man. I lost a lot of matches. I lost main events, title matches. I lost at WrestleMania, but last week was the worst loss of my career. Never been no disappointed myself with the underestimating you on the biggest stage of my life. I couldn't get the job done, and then there's only one thing that's the redemption, and it's to take your WrestleMania dreams and flush it down a toilet. And you see, you're not going to win the Royal Rumble because I'm going to win the Rumble. CM Punk says, well, every man's for himself. And Seth Rollins says, yeah, every man's for himself, but I take great pride in not winning the Royal Rumble and dumping your ass in the top rope on the way to main event WrestleMania. CM Punk says, I don't know, I think when you see your opportunity, I see a guy who couldn't pin me, so he's taking the easy way of throwing me over the top rope. That's what I see. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So basically McIntyre comes out. He joins the conversation. So it's like, just when I think I could get more disgusting, selfish, self-serving, you go on and told me so, don't you? And then CM Punk says, hey, last time I saw you face to face, you were on my knees with tears in your eyes, reading on your mat, begging for your life. You take one step closer, you're gonna need more 15 staples to close your head. McIntyre says, this might come to shock for you, but not everything revolves around you. I'm talking about to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins says, if you're talking to me, his invitation becomes my invitation. So get back, you'll get here, and I'm gonna stop your head on a mat. And McIntyre says, maybe you should look at him real quick. Look in the mirror. You both are alike. The difference is that he admits that he's a piece of crap. CM Punk then says, no, I admit that I'm a winner, and you should remember that I dragged you all around Hell in a Cell. McIntyre then says, Seth, you act like you're the big leader, but you act like, isn't it? Y'all talk, the action doesn't line. Y'all said the right things heading into tribal combat last week. We couldn't let Roman Reigns get power, but then everybody wants to get involved. Everybody wants to do their own part. You were nowhere to be seen. I neutralized Jey Uso. He didn't get involved. You were so worried about Drew McIntyre. You were only worried about yourself, his agenda, worrying about your little match. And then when you went and lost your match, the worst part of it, you were going to tell everybody, oh, I told you so. It's pathetic. Everyone's like, Jill, I have no patience for any crap that comes in your mouth. And CM Punk's like, Seth, you have no patience. I got no patience for you. And I got no patience for you, pointing to Drew. And I'm out of here. I'm done talking. If one of you just want to swing, I'll be right here. Let's go. This becomes like a fucking dumb, three-way conversation, really. And McIntyre says, oh, you want to draw hands, Punk? Rollins? And in San Jose? Is that what you want? So obviously it's a typical cock tease where, oh, you want to fight, and then it's a gay cock tease. Like, God forbid, a heel lives up to his word and actually fight. Like, we used to have badasses actually want to fight, no matter if they're babyface and a heel back in the day. And again, this is a cock tease. Like, God forbid, give us something that might be intriguing, like this match, like a triple threat even, like a triple threat interaction. And then it would lead to even maybe in the future, we might see something like this, where a match, and this is what I would have done. If WWE is going to want to make something important go on, why not do CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins as a big match to do, even for next week? Like, and here's what I would have done. You do a triple threat with that. The winner gets to choose out of the Royal Rumble lottery. Or heck, this could even be a match they do as Saturday Night Main Event, since now they want to hype up Saturday Night Main Event. This is what they should have done. Saturday Night Main Event, or whatever they want to do, is before the Royal Rumble, they have a triple threat. The winner, basically, they get to do their whole draft, the lottery for the Royal Rumble. Whoever wins, they get to decide which number to take out of the three men, out of the three of them, which they, or even the most number they get. Like each of them have to freaking use the Rumble lottery. They draft it, and the winner gets to choose the number or whatever freaking the highest they get out of the three. Like if let's say CM Punk wins the match, McIntyre somehow gets number 25, and then Punk got 1 and Rollins got 13. Punk could get 25. You know? Is that so hard? Like, can we do shit like that where there's stakes involved? Oh no, but we're gonna get a freaking simple freaking WrestleMania rematch that no one really asks for. And keep in mind, before that WrestleMania, we saw that match like a few times. So great. We're gonna get another Rollins and Punk match, like a match we've seen a bunch of times even prior to that WrestleMania. Before that, we saw like that match like 2 times of that upcoming to that current feud. It's like, really? We're gonna see this match again on a Raw? Like, who really asked for it? You know, if memory serves me right, I didn't even want to see that match happen at WrestleMania. Because we saw that match a bunch of times. I don't know. I don't know. Shit, I lost my glasses. Can't see. Oh, man. I'm blind. Fuck. Oh, shit. Why? Okay. Thank God. But yeah, McIntyre, he says, no, I'm not gonna do that. Why would I do that? You know, why would I want to fight or whatever? Why would I do that? Have you both listened to what I said? There's a big problem going on right now. Roman is playing chess while everyone else is an idiot playing checkers. Right now, I'm always the reluctant hero. I guess I have to step on myself in the locker room. And whether you two realize if there's the only way I can handle myself on the title before he does. He got his Euro follow back. Now he wants to get this title back. If only there was a match where everybody could everybody was themselves. Guaranteed title match for WrestleMania. Oh wait, I'll see you both in the Royal Rumble. You're welcome. Like, okay, but great. Like, can you, like, God forbid, something like a badass. Like, something badass to make you care about the show. Like, we're on fucking Netflix, okay? We're on Raw on Netflix. This is your opportunity to do must-see television. And the fact they're gonna just do the same shit they do on the USA Network is just fucking garbage. Like, I don't know. Like, all I remember is, like, back in the days when wrestling was good. Like, sure, you had cowardly heels. But at the end of the day, you still had badass heels that withstand their word and did shit. You know? Or, if the heel won't do something, you had the babyface do something. You know what I mean? Like, you would have, like, Punk maybe go after, I mean, even Rollins, I don't fucking know. Wouldn't it make sense maybe Rollins to attack McIntyre? And this would have made sense to, like, yeah, maybe that's why their match is happening. Because why is the match happening? Why is Rollins versus McIntyre happening next week? Without any interaction between McIntyre and Rollins? Oh, because they argue each other and NXT decided to make that shitty match? Who the fuck cares? Oh, God. Anyways, the first match. So it's Chad Gable versus a mysterious luchador. And it's Penta, or Pentagon Jr., whatever the fuck. It's Penta. Who is Penta? Well, Penta is, I don't know, whatever. Pentagon Jr., whatever the fuck he was in AEW. So Penta, he's officially in WWE now. There's been vignettes every week basically of a 0 and a slash. That's like a Penta thing. And he finally debuts. I mean, he had it. His entrance looked good, you know, like he definitely looked like a star already. You know what I mean? That is the WWE effect, that you'll actually look more like a star. Good for him, you know, good for him compared to AEW, already looked like the star. But man, this match, so Penta, he defeated Chad Gable, which is expected. But my God, man, I gotta be honest here. I know all the smarks would be like, this was such a good match or whatever, right? Okay. Not saying that what they did in this match was not bad, okay? And I'm not saying the match was bad, but here's the problem. This is Penta's debut match. This match was too competitive for a debut match. The goal for a debut match, and again, that's at fault for what they decided to do, or they could have lead to a story, you know? What they did is that they had Penta had a competitive match, went one-on-one with a guy who literally, like, loses a bunch of times. Like Chad Gable, like the guy. But he loses all the time, and then yet he proceeds to have a freaking competitive match with a guy who has like a loss record or a bunch. Like, the guy was losing to the White Six and all this stupid shit. Like, why is he going? Why are they having a competitive fucking match, especially for a guy debuting? Like, how does that make any fucking sense? The goal of the debut match is to introduce somebody, make them look good. That's it. This match, they're the opposite of what you should do at of a debut match or even a return match. You should make the guy look good. This match should not have been longer than it was. And unfortunately, this is the example of what we're going to get in Raw on Netflix. Like, every match is fucking long, boring, dragged out bullshit that makes no sense and nobody cares. Penta had like Penta. Okay, so he botched it a few times, which I get it. Maybe you're nervous, but like at the same time, like, you've been doing this how long, and that's not very good. You know, this is supposed to be World Wrestling Entertainment, the biggest company the world is watching, and you're botching. They're showcasing his family without mentioning it. The guy, I don't know, and the guy kept getting, like, beat up. Like, this just made him look bad and weak, really, you know what I mean? So why should I really, why should I really be invested? So eventually he won after doing his stupid arm breaker, and eventually did a move that's, like, whatever, like, that's how he won. Okay, like, some move that I don't really know, and he won. Some driver, like, it looked less devastating than a lot of moves he did in this match. You know what I mean? You know what I would have done? I would have done like a story where, like, you know, maybe he immediately beats Chad Gable, but then Chad Gable wants a rematch. Sure. He breaks Chad's arm. That makes Chad, like, you know, maybe be out of action for a few times, and then he's so angry about Pentagon. And then that leads to eventually them having an actual competitive match at a pay-per-view. Like, it's simple shit like that is how you introduce a person. You know? They could have easily done maybe, like, where it leads up to, like, a future match where they actually get a little bit more competitive, and then that's how they could have saved this match for a future pay-per-view. That's where you do it. But no, this match was dragged out. This match honestly made Penta a little bit weak for a debut match. And, like, it basically took away the mystique of his entrance to me not caring. I'm sorry. I do not really care. And why would I cheer for a guy who looks like a villain compared to the American hero? You know what I mean? I don't know. Pentagon, I don't know, man. It's just, it's whatever. And then Pentagon, like, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I know you've been waiting. Nobody fucking knows who you are except for the smarks. Okay? Oh, you know, I love the fans. They say dreams do come true. My dream, I've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting, and I see more than they say macho, ahora they say muchacho, like he's speaking in fucking Spanish. Nobody fucking knows this shit. What the fuck is this? I'm sorry. This is fucking World Wrestling Entertainment. This is an American-speaking country. Fuck you. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, yeah. Like, seriously. Oh, how dare you say it to speak? Like, motherfucker. Like, this, shut up. Fuck you. You faggot. Like, God. This guy speaking a stupid fucking language, and then, like, this is a new era? Nah, this is my new era. Like, no one fucking knows who you are. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is a big mistake. Like, acting like people know who this guy is. Like, again, this was like for the fucking smarky wrestling fans or the fucking hardcore fans. Like, motherfuckers. How the fuck you gonna expect casual viewers to fucking care? You know? This is the problem. Like, no one fucking is gonna remember. I don't even know. I don't know. This made no sense in my honest opinion. How they did it did not make any fucking sense. But yeah, Penta won and cut that fucking promo. Whatever. Dreams do come true. I love the fans, they say. Oh, God. The worst kept secret, because get it? Like, oh, people knew. Then why didn't they acknowledge it? Why didn't, like, Adam Pearce go on and say, you know what, Chad Gable, you're going to face one guy that I know is coming back, or not coming. He's one of the top lucha international stars. Maybe give people to understand. And then they could have done, like, a vignette about Pentagon right before this match. And then people have been okay with them to do whatever they did. And then Pentagon shows up, like, why they wanted to even try to keep this a secret, whatever. I don't even know. I don't care. So this is my new era because I have a zero Menendo. What the fuck does that mean, nigga? Like, shut up. We get back and we see the Judgment Day's clubhouse. Liv Morgan where Liv Morgan overheads Finn Balor talking about her to JD, Medupi, McGee, and Carlito. Finn says that Liv have no problem becoming should have no problem becoming world champion again. Liv reminds Finn that the revenge tour wasn't about winning the championship, but about taking a piece of Rhea Ripley and everything. And Dominic has a bouquet of flowers for her. Then Liv doesn't need an apology, and then she orders him to put the I don't know. Basically, she's gonna try to order Dominic now, which whatever. I don't care. I don't know. And then they're gonna claim they want a tag title shot, and I don't know. Braun Breaker's sitting in the crowd. What are they doing? Like, this is the second week in a row where Braun Breaker's in the crowd, and he's the Intercontinental champion, and they're not doing fuck all with this guy. Daniel Cormier is sitting with him too. So this is our little fan crowd stuff, whatever. Second match, Sheamus defeats Ludwig. Who cares? Ludwig just loses. I don't know. Captain Kelly has a backstage interview with Rollins. Says, next week it'll be you and Rollins. And Seth is getting tired of Drew needing him, and he owes him for last year's WrestleMania match or whatever. Sami Zayn then tells Seth, I know last week was rough, and if you need anything, and you talk to me. And Seth says, need ya, just like how Roman needs ya, last week, how was it fun helping Roman? Well, you gonna help him win the Rumble? How about actually help yourself? Karrion Kross was informed of the Wyatt Six has been moved to SmackDown there. Even Netflix do not care for fucking the Wyatt Six. What does that fucking tell you? What does that fucking tell you? Miz claims that they have nothing to do with that, and then Sami asked Kross if Pierce is available, and Kross overheard Sami's conversation, and now it's interesting that he can totally see the bloodline falling apart because Sami always wanted to be world champion. Miz says that when it comes to world championship, he doesn't have to worry about Sami. Sami responds to Miz you've been carrying his lackey for so long. Shouldn't you worry about yourself or whatever. And then like this leads to a shitty match that now it's like who fucking cares? Oh, but Femi's in the crowd, and we see Gunther show up. Gunther's who should have been on the show last week. He shows up this week. So whatever. He says, so last week I learned that interest has followed up the debut of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. One of this moment in the history of the company, visualized, and I was impressed. But when it comes to the performance in the ring, I was less impressed because let's be honest, besides me, I wish I had a roster who can actually fulfill those high expectations. People fighting for like over personal drama, who's the head of the table, who's the best in the world, who cares? The prize we're fighting is the World Heavyweight Championship. And then we see Jey Uso comes out like, really? Like, what? Like, I was expecting something big to happen, or it's like something. And I was like, I'm also thinking to myself, where the fuck is Cena? Like, that's the thing. Like, so much for Cena saying this is his retirement tour and he's not on the fucking show. Like, whatever. I don't know. I don't know, people. I don't get this. Jey Uso that says, did you hear you need to someone to care about the world chips you're looking at? Main event, Jey Uso. My family's behind me. Van Jama's behind me. He's one-on-one. How about, and Saturday night main event coming up. How about we main event? Saturday night main event for the world championship. Yeet. And it's like, really, this is the big match they're doing for Saturday night main event. Like, again, like I said, like, if they wanted to make people care for Saturday night main events, like, I don't mind this match happening, but really, we know didn't they announce that Jey Uso will be in the Rumble? So why should we care when they already kind of spoiled it? Like, we know that Jey Uso's not going to win. I don't know. I would rather if they then not have announced that Jey Uso's be in the Rumble. Unless they acknowledge, like, at least something. They change up the idea. But again, they never even try to build the idea of them facing each other for the fucking championship. So I don't get this shit. Whatever. I don't know. Gunther says that just to make sure you're serious about this, right? And then Jey Uso says, eat. Then Gunter's like, well, I do admire the courage to come out here and challenging me, but all I would be is naive, and all I would just say I could hold this forever. It would be even more naive of you, Jay, to think that you are the guy actually taking this away from me. No. I want you to really think and understand, because you and I remember we fought the Intercontinental Championship twice, actually, and I beat you twice. Jay, I know exactly you're capable of, and it is a whole lesson of what you're capable of. I give you, you're funny, entertaining, but Jay, when the bell rings, I expose you for who you really are. Really talented tag team wrestler. Face it, Jay, you are not my level. You know you are. The main event is a nickname. To me, main event is a place where I belong. I suggest something that I to think about. It's a stick in a yeet. I would stay at the championship on my way. Saturday main event, that's fine with me, but your choice is yours. Jay then says, Gunther, hold up, man. I respect you. I do. But they told me I'm not supposed to be here. It's not supposed to be my spot. I'm not supposed to have to have much I'm the tag team player. Yeah, hell yeah. I was scared. Hell scared to be myself, Bruce. But I wake up every single morning, want to earn myself and prove it. And Saturday event, you're going to respect me when I beat your ass. World champion. It's not just a nickname. It's where I belong. And if you want Jey Uso to be your world champion, let me hear you. Like, god damn, calm down. Like, fuck. Shut up. Bayley talks to Michael Cole. Bayley's like in the crowd. Who fucking cares? The third match. Lyra Valkyria. Bird Woman. Who? So much for the prestige of this Intercontinental Championship for the women. So the first Intercontinental Champion. Lyra Valkyria defeats Dakota Kai. Not that I give a fuck who ever was going to win. I guess the cutest of them all was going to win. I mean, Lyra Valkyria is kind of cute chick. I mean, Dakota Kai is cute too. I'm not saying she's invited to my Big Black Couch per se, but whatever. And overall, good for the Bird League. Whatever. And they all like respect bullshit, whatever. Fourth match, Sammy defeats The Miz. Who the fuck cares? You get announced a Saturday event that also Braun Breaker faced Sheamus. Whatever. Just like a throwaway announcement, really. Rhea Ripley comes out. She says, Marty is always on top, and she's on top. I'm one time a champion again. And then, like, we see Nia Jax interrupts or God knows what because of the whole transfer exchange crap, which who the fuck cares? I can't take this anymore, you know? I was on that Pierce, but I didn't want, you know, I just want to come out and talk about how I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. It doesn't matter if you're on the top or whatever, Tiffy time, anybody, I'm going to be on top. And then Bayley is like there, and then like, oh, you better not crap up on me. You want to do something, Nia? Whatever. Like, who the fuck cares? You know, and then like, Bayley goes on and says, you know, doesn't matter. I'm just supposed to who you are. He's a big dumb idiot. And the fucking retarded smart style, like, that was big ownage. Like, how is that a big ownage of an insult? Like, big dumb idiot. Like, how is that even enough? Who the fuck cares? What kind of exchange is this shit? This was like fucking preschool fucking language. This is like, again, what kind of preschool argument is this crap was going on in this garbage? And then they all fucking punch each other. Rhea Ripley, Nia like headbutts or whatever, and then eventually Rhea and Bayley take out Nia, and like, I don't care. The main event, we get a street fight with Damian versus Finn Balor. Here's why we're gonna talk about why this match was so what they did was like a little mistake or didn't make sense in terms of psychological sense. We're gonna talk about that right now. I'm happy they did a street fight. At least like it's something different, and you know it's like, you know, cool, a hardcore type of match, whatever. So Finn Balor attacks Priest with the kendo stick right off the bat. They brawl in the crowd. They were throwing around trash cans away, which I like. You know, I like kind of this old school hardcore shit. Eventually, we see Damian Priest. He does like a Falcon Arrow from like a balcony to Finn Balor, and throws him down to the crowd, but obviously a bunch of tables. But that supposedly injured Balor, where he got stretchered. The problem is, so he's getting stretchered, and yet Priest takes him in the ring, and the match kept continuing. Like, shouldn't the match have ended? I mean, that should have been the big ending. Like, kind of like the Edge and Matt Hardy spot, but this time a Priest is still like standing. That's what they should have done essentially, where the match kind of has a no finish, or Priest wins by automatic like forfeit. That's what they should have done. But no, like this whole concern of like, this is like what makes no sense. WWE will freaking care about guys like Kevin Owens, Kyle driving Randy Orton. He's so injured. His neck is broken, right? And you can't do shit from that. And yet, like, there's no, like, security to stop Priest and whatever. Like, and to say, hey, the match is over. Like, this is what they could have done. They could have easily had led this to, like, even, like, no one cares really for this feud. This could have prolonged where Priest is, like, you know, he takes out Balor for a few months. Or how long, whatever. And, you know, that this could have even lead to, like, a future match where they could have maybe have their blow-off feud at WrestleMania, even. That's what they could have done. But no, it's just, oh, Falcon Arrow, but the match continues. I mean, not that I care, like, technically the feud should end. Like, you know, but whatever. Anyways, the match continued. He takes, so, Priest supposedly acted like the heel, whatever, I don't know. He takes Balor out of the stretcher, puts him in the ring, and then the Judgment Day interrupts. They attack the Priest, but then eventually the War Rage comes up, but then Balor proceeds to be fine, which, how the fuck that makes any sense? Like, where is the selling? So, like, where is the selling? Sell when you got hurt, and then now you're freaking, like, how does that make sense in psychological sense? Like, that does not make sense in in-ring psychology of the selling. Like, that makes no fucking sense. Priest eventually does the coup de grace through the table, but then eventually Priest, like, he gets up, he puts him through the barricade, does the, you know, the razor edge through the table, and then does a self-evident choke slam. 1, 2, 3, Priest wins eventually. Like, they could have done something where if you wanted to continue the match, the Judgment Day attacks him, and then they, like, hey, Balor, you could go on, you could win the match, but again, like, the match was, like, So that's the thing. The match was still continuing, even though the guy was getting carried. Like, shouldn't the match have ended? Like, what? It's like do they not know how to make shit make sense? Like, the match like seemingly ended. The priest was getting. I mean, Balor was getting stretchered. Shouldn't the match have ended right there? I don't know. I don't know. I would have done if you want to make shit make sense. I would have had easily like priest like he's not done yet. He freaking does more shit to Balor that it takes the Judgment Day to try to save them, but then eventually, he takes out everybody. This would make Priest look like a badass, and Balor's like fucking basically injured. Like, like they basically write him off television with this. That's what they should have done, and that should have been the big cliffhanger ending. That would have been a bigger cliffhanger ending than what they did last week, and even this week. But no, it's just good matches and long, dragged out matches with whatever. I'm not saying I did not enjoy the match. It just didn't make sense in terms of a psychological sense, The match was fine. A fine street fight. Okay? It just didn't make much sense. So, yeah, that was our big ending. I guess hopefully the feud ends then, Whatever. Even though it could have made more sense for the future where Priest's like, oh, he almost basically ended Balor's career, injuring him, and then no, this match, he's okay, despite, like, getting stretchered. I don't know. Match is fine. Bunch of weapons, whatever. It just, not much great psychological sense, whatever. Anyways, the match was fine. Overall, though, the show is very boring. This is more so of what the show we're going to see basically on Netflix. It's basically going to be a typical Raw. Except that, the shows might not always be 3 hours. So I'm happy. I actually was so happy. Like, oh, the show is ending. And even, like, I see other people are happy. Like, what does that fucking tell you? That people are happy that the show is ending early. Like, wrestling used to be like, oh my god, the show's already ending, man. I want more. Or leave you wanting more. And then, like, I don't want more of this. Honestly, fuck this show. Fuck this. I don't want to see any more. Next week will probably be garbage. That's all I'm going to say. If that's all I'm going to say, just keep reading, get your games. Close magnificent spine, miss bitches go, oh shit. That's all I'm going to say. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Just a typical Raw. This was the true debut episode, and not much is to look forward to. Watch the ratings go down. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye.